Hello there, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. For today's video, we're going to be building a super cute cottage farm. I originally built this, I believe like 2 or so months ago. However, I used a certain painting as a reference and I wanted to have permission to show you guys my reference picture because that was the whole point of this video. Was I found this amazing painting and I wanted to recreate it in The Sims, but I never heard back from the artist, so I've just been sitting on this build. But it's so cute and I love it so much, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and share the build, but I will not be able to show you my reference pictures, unfortunately. So you'll see throughout the build, like right now, I'm mapping out where everything's going to go. I'll kind of point and reference things. It's because I did film this live, but the microphone quality was terrible. This was before I got my new microphone. And B, I referenced like the picture and like the artist, and I was talking about the artist and stuff in the audio, so I would not be able to use that without potentially getting sued. I do not want that. So you're just gonna have to deal with me blabbing now and trying to remember what I did. So what you have been watching is me doing all of my terrain painting. I'm just planning out what's going to go where. This is going to be where our cottage is going to be, and up here is going to be a little courtyard and a side garden with some garden beds and a chicken coop. And then the rest of the build, there's going to be like a separate greenhouse, a pond, and a bush maze. It turns out quite cute. There's a lot of terrain painting and stuff, but I just wanted to plan everything out. So now that I've planned everything out, we're going to be placing this stone fence that is from the Get Together pack all around the border of our build. And then there's going to be gates at each of these pathways. So this is that done. And now I'm going to be putting fence stairways at those 2 points that you see marking up going up to the cottage. And while I was doing that, I went ahead and did the rest of the terrain painting. I put in our pond, our garden beds. I just wanted to make everything planned out. I put in some pear and apple trees here for our little orchard, and all of these garden beds are going to be filled in with lots and lots of plants. Some of these things are going to change. I am going to be changing that fence to being a stone fence and whatnot. And here's our bush maze, which turned out quite cute. And this is going to be, I forget what it's called. It's like trellis. And I'm going to put some wisteria on it. I'm going to show you how I do that later. I wanted to have like a little tutorial how to do it because I thought it turned out quite cute. And then I'm going to fill in the courtyard and plants on plants. Here is the plans for our actual cottage. This is going to be our living room and main area, our kitchen with a dining room, and this is going to be our Sims little workshop. Up here, there's a second bathroom, a kid's room, and then a parent's room. I figured that this probably belongs to like a single parent with their child. I don't really plan these, it's just how it ended up being. So now I'm going to do the outside. So for the outside, I use this stone, which I believe is from the University pack. This one I believe is from Get Famous, and that wood texture is from Cats and Dogs. Again, I was just following the reference picture as close as I could, which unfortunately I cannot show you. I'm sorry. But I still, again, this build, I just loved it. It was so cute. I used this fence from I believe it's from the Strangerville pack. And I'm going to be using these little beam things from the Get Together pack to add a little bit of, the idea was that like this is a worn down old cottage and I wanted to have this roof look like it's kind of sagging in on itself a little bit. Again, reference picture. I really wish I could show you guys the reference picture. This build would make much more sense if I could. So now we're going to focus on the interior. So I'm going to show you the flooring and walls I ended up picking. So the wooden floors are from the Horse Ranch pack. The fireplaces I used are also from the Horse Ranch pack. The stone in the kitchen area is from the University pack. And for the rest of the build, like the stone flooring and the wallpapers you see in the living room, along with the upstairs I'm going to show you now, These are all base game. The wallpapers, they're all the same. I just use different color swatches for each of the rooms. So first room we're going to be working on together is going to be the kitchen slash dining room. I'm using the cabinets from the Horse Ranch pack, and I did my classic old pull it through the room. I do wonder if this is better and easier to watch than how I've been doing my newer videos. If you care to let me know if you prefer me doing the videos like this in the comments, I really would appreciate it. I'm trying to hone how I do my videos and whatnot because my viewership has been down a little bit. I don't want to complain about it. It's just I'm trying to figure it out. But anyways, I used a couple different stuff, and then I ended up doing the other side of the kitchen off camera. The table set is from the Cottage Living. The little storage cubby you see there, I believe it's from Laundry Day. And then I used a couple other bits and bobs just to clutter it up. So next up, we're going to be doing our living room. I used these Get Magic Pack bookcases, and I put them up against this fireplace because I felt like it looked a little bit like they were built in. I just liked how the colors combined. And then I used the tool mod to move this base game television up on the mantle of our fireplace. I'm going to be using these baskets on the wall as decoration and this sofa from the Horse Ranch pack. The living room is quite small, so I'm going to be using this rug, and I'm going to be giving them a little armchair from the Cottage Living pack so that they have a second place to sit down with a little side table and a magazine holder just to add a little bit of clutter and make our cottage look a bit more lived in. Then after this, we are going to be moving over by the stairs. I'm putting in a little hallway table, making sure it doesn't bump into the doorway. I played this one. I believe the door should be fine. They can still get in there. This wall decor is from Cottage Living, and I decided to be very finicky about the placement of this. Sorry about that. I use that little basket. It's very cute, but I believe it's also from Cottage Living. And then over here by our entryway, I'm giving them a bench. I decided to use this one. It looks like it got carved out of a log because I wanted our cottage to have a very whimsical storybook sort of vibe to it. So I figured that gave it a little bit of a fairy tale feel. And then I gave them a desk for arts and crafts, a lamp so they can see what they're doing. This one is from Cats and Dogs, I believe. And then I gave them a cork board on the wall and a couple of past drawings that maybe their child did in the past. And that is our living room area. Next, we're going to be doing the downstairs and upstairs bathrooms. So this is our upstairs bathroom. I used this vampire pack toilet. The sink and the shower are from the Horse Ranch pack. And this mirror, I believe, and this towel holder is also base game. The downstairs is the same, except for I gave them this storage cubby that came from the Horse Ranch pack and these baskets that came from Laundry Days. I figured that they probably used this one for storage. So we are going to be ending the video here because it's getting a bit long. In the next part, we will be finishing up the upstairs and the outside of our build. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.